We got some interesting topics today, and we even have a special guest, and his name is
AKD.
Hey.
AKD, what's up, bro?
What up, man? How you doing today, man?
I'm blessed.
That's what's up, man. He got a real cool vibe about him. His spirit is real chill, you know what I'm saying? AKD did a quick prayer for us before we got up here, you know what I'm saying? So I already know the show gonna go good. Who we got today, though, radio guy?
Oh, man. First and foremost, we got to introduce ourselves, man. I'm the radio guy, Core Love. The Phantom 336. You know who that is, man. So, anyway, man, thank you for tuning in. We about to jump back in. We got, of course, the government shutdown. Got to talk about that real quick. I know you. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Strong, Black Panther man. We got something to say about that. Later on, we got a little bit of Cardi B and future news. He actually made history, so we got to talk about that. As well as Chris Brown being cleared of all his charges. And finally, we got the Billboard 100 as far as albums as well as singles. So stay tuned. This is NuMainstream Talks.
All right.
So, y'all, government shutdown is over officially.
For a few weeks.
Temporarily. Right. Temporarily, right. You know what I'm saying? They said at least for now. At least for now. Over the last two, what's been 35 days, I think, 30 over a month.
Like
so over the last,
he's broke history.
It was a total loss of $8 billion dollars. 3 of which they said is a permanent loss to the economy. So I mean, that's people who weren't getting paid. That's what I'm saying. All types of things going into that. How do y'all feel about that situation, just in general? And you know what I'm saying. And what does that mean for us moving forward?
All right. It's probably just a pacifier, man. It's a Band-Aid that is going to be ripped off again come February 15th, right? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I guess this is for the Super Bowl and for Valentine's Day.
I better help and get them taxes in right now. Do them taxes now. Stop playing. Y'all watching this. Do the taxes.
I'm mad about that.
So, but at the end of the day, though, I guess he want, you to be able to take your girl to something other than Wendy's and Burger King. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. It feels like a pacifier to me, man.
For sure. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, man, I don't really know what people were thinking as far as putting him in office, man. Trump has done nothing but divide people and continuously try to brainwash others, you know what I'm saying, who really weren't with division at first, trying to brainwash them into believing that. And even the Republicans, man, a lot of Republicans that voted him in are wishing that he wasn't there, man. I'm like, you are part of the problem, you know what I'm saying? So the reality of the situation, it's just sad, man, that we have somebody in charge that thinks the way he does and sees minorities and things the way he does. And it's not over yet. Like you said, it's a pacifier, and I think it is long term.
I think the fact that since he's asking the oppressor to pay for the wall, that says a lot about his character.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You're in a high position, and you're not supposed to take advantage of people that don't have that.
Right.
And I think it's just for his own, I like to say, narcissistic gain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just. The way he operates, that's not how a president should operate. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're a billionaire. Before you even started this, you had your own business. People look up to you. And now it's kind of like you just have this own selfish need to build a wall.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's like a steel wall. For what reason?
Yeah.
People gonna make stairs, so it's like,
what's the whole point behind that? Just to do it. Like he wants to go down in history as the guy who built the wall. What were you gonna say?
I think it's all for a reason. I don't really support him or his decision, but I think it's all to lead to, the end of the world corruption.
Oh, here we go.
Right.
Serious shit.
Concentration camp.
I really think.
She has a point, though. At the end of the day, all great empires have failed at some point. And we've been a little bit too cocky, man. In America, we are spoiled, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? We pay to be lazy. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, think about what you pay for. You paying for fast food. There's people who can't even eat. You know what I'm saying?
True.
We pay for Uber. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We pay to be lazy. You know what I'm saying? America is, it's an empire that's probably getting ready to fall if we don't, look at the way our society is. You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all see that object that helps you put on your socks now?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
People,
I need one. I'm just joking.
I saw something today about contacts that like you can put in. I saw it on Twitter. You can put in contacts that takes pictures for you now and stuff, and
What?
I guess it's streamed to a cloud now. So
that
you can,
one.
That's true.
That was
crazy.
Black Mirror. Y'all watch
Yeah,
Black
and
Mirror?
that's what people were saying. They were like, I don't want that. That's some Black Mirror stuff. I saw a little bit of Black Mirror,
That's
man.
crazy.
Technology, bro. Technology is wild,
Yeah.
bro. But anyway, so I mean, what do y'all think the future is though, as far as like Trump,
man,
as far as second term? This has been a crazy first term for him. So so far, and what are we 2
It's
years
crazy.
in?
I would
So,
like to say that there's no
2.5.
way in hell that he could win the second term, but I thought there was no way in hell
he would get
he
elected.
could win the first time.
Agreed. So realistically speaking, like you never know. Like I said, even
then-
with all of that stuff that's going on, I don't think people learn their lesson, man. What you gonna
But then
say?
again, you never know because there's a lot of people that voted for Trump that's now like, dang, like, I wish I never voted him into office,
Yeah.
So they might switch up, they might change their mind. You never know.
But the thing is,
they suck.
Yeah, exactly. But there is a certain amount of people who still ride for him though. I was in the up in High Point. I went there to get my oil change, right? So I had to go get an oil change, just chilling. Normal day. I think it was last Thursday, I believe. So he was up on the and at that point the government was still shut down. Everybody, we're talking about it. It was up on the news in the place. And I'm like, why y'all got this on in here, man? Somebody gonna want to talk about it. And lo and behold, this Caucasian lady came in, started talking about it, and she was a Democrat. So she's like, yo, I hate him. I wish he would have got assassinated on day one. Blah, blah, blah. Like, she was going hard. I'm like, dang, like saying stuff I probably wouldn't even have said. And I'm like, yo, like, she was going hard. So then this other Caucasian lady behind her who was, a Republican, started going crazy. She said, who are you talking to? You calling me an idiot for voting for him? She said, well, I guess I am. I thought I was going to have to pull out the World Star. I'm like, yo, I'm getting my phone ready. Like, I'm about to upload, bro. Like, y'all tripping. The lady had to go outside and take a cigarette break. She was so mad, bro. Like, they were literally in each other's face screaming about, what was going on. And it's division, man. It's just division. So.
And I think that's like planned. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's like been the agenda from day one. You know what I'm saying? Even me as a black man, like looking at my white brothers, like, like, dang, like what's really going on in the back of your head? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But yo, man, don't feed into none of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, we all people, we all brothers, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah, what I find ironic about the United States is that we are divided by two representatives, the Democrat and the Republican. So it's like, how do you call this a United States when it's such a war?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We have not been united like ever.
Ever.
It's always a fight. It's always a fight. So.
We're states that's beside each other. That's what it is. Like, not united though. For sure. Yeah. But moving forward with the news, man. New Orleans rapper Murda has denied. He's been denied his retrial, despite people thought that he was going to get it. If you do not know a little bit of the backstory, that is Master P's brother, blood brother, and he's been in jail for a long time. It's been a while, as long as I can remember. And he even dropped a song while he was in jail, which was crazy. They did the video with like old clips of him and stuff like that, but the audio was like really grainy, and it was a hit. It was on Billboard, like it went crazy. But but yeah, and so he's basically at this point not getting out. What do you think about that, Cyril?
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know the story as far as like what happened. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying, if he's guilty, just like everybody else, famous or not, you deserve to be in there. But, if he deserves that retrial, then that sucks, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's my thoughts about it. I don't really have any...
I feel you.
Yeah, I don't have any, distinctive thoughts on that.
What's it saying that he did exactly?
It was a murder. It was a murder case. That at first, Murda was actually, not Murda, but Master P was implicated in it at first, when it very first happened or whatever. But he was quickly taken off of that. And in 2000, so he was in jail, held for that murder that they convicted him from. And then in 2009, they linked him to it. So they were saying that actually, yes, you were the person that was there, and I guess he was denying it the whole time, and that's what got him convicted via a witness. So
they say why he's being denied the retrial?
No, they didn't. There was no detail on it, but it just came out that they had been trying for retrial, and then the judge today was like, nah, that ain't gonna happen. So you can try again later, but as of right now,
the thing that does suck though, at the end of the day, with him being a rapper and with him being black, is that there's probably already a stigma attached to him, and the reason why he can't get a retrial.
And the type of music he had too. C Murda was not like, this was like, I'm killing you, bro. I'm rolling up, like me and my boy. He probably talked about the things that he did, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's like music like that is very hard, especially now. I think like as far as police and investigations go, they're becoming to really start to look at music. That's how Bobby Shmurda and him got caught. Looking at music where it was certain songs where he was literally talking about the things that he did.
Just like
because hip hop originated from what? Storytelling. We're telling stories. This is my life. This is my, and it's cool to a certain extent. But then,
I mean, it's cool.
Where does it get too real?
That's the art, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, we definitely got to respect the art.
Yeah, of course.
So it's like, so where do you draw the line as an artist, as a listener? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
you don't want to
incriminate yourself.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, most of these people who are putting out this music, at the end of the day, are trying to be successful, so they don't have to live that life anymore. So it's like also like a thing of like, dang, so you still gonna trap him after he just, you know what I'm saying, now finally got out of the game, you know what I'm saying?
Like, putting his life together.
A lot of that old stuff will bring you back.
I mean, karma is karma, though.
Right.
You know what I'm
very
saying?
true.
It is what it is, I guess.
Very
this
true.
round comes back around.
For sure. In other rap news, Future made history today, hitting a milestone only hit by John Elton. Excuse me, Elton John. I said John Elton. Elton John, yeah. And so basically the news is that Future earned 6 #1 albums in just 3 years and 5 months. This is the quickest accumulation of #1 albums since Elton John in the 1970s. He scored 7 #1s in 3 years and 3 months. That was what Elton John did, but Future did 5. So we haven't seen anything like that. And whether you like him or not, man, you got to respect this man's hustle.
Prop sign, something like that.
Coming from where he came from, man.
That work, so you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Coming from where he came from, and just and really the timing of it was crazy with Future too. It's something that you don't see a lot with him being as old as he was coming out. He was like 28 or 29 when he blew up. So all of the time, you know what I'm saying, when he was younger, because he's been rapping since he was like 18. He just didn't get on. Nobody wanted to hear it. But by the time like he got his run was like 2014 to 2016, he was like 28 or 29 at that point. He's like 32 now. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying, like, and so to see that and the way the timing was, it's crazy, and the amount of work he puts in is ridiculous, man. For sure. So.
I salute him, because that is, a lot of people may think it's easy to just get in, record a little song and that's that. No, it's really a lot of work, especially when you're staying in the studio 24/7. You have to be very creative.
Longevity, man, is hard. It is. Definitely in the game. What you think about Future, man?
When I think about Future, man, I like some songs. I'm not a huge fan, but at the end of the day, his grind, his grind is stupid. You know what I'm saying? Since he came out, done did all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be mad at it. I did listen to his most recent album. What's it called?
The Wizard. Yep, he just dropped the album, The Wizard, last week. And
Javon hit me up. He was like, "Yo, listen to the music." You know what I'm saying? So I went on and listened to it. I ain't gonna lie. It doesn't suck, but it's not dope either.
It's not that good.
It's not dope. And it don't suck. It's like a straight, like,
but you know what's crazy? What did you say? What did you say before? You said it's just Future all the way through.
It's Future all the way through.
It is.
What was you about to say?
I was going to, my bad. I was saying, you know what's crazy? It's like when you're starting out. Yeah. That's when, they have like the fire hits. And, it's like they're going so hard at it. But when they like get into this contemplation and they're content where they're at, it's like the music isn't the same as it is.
And I think that's what's sort of happened in the future. Right. I mean, especially when you're in that type of music business where it's not really timeless music. Future kind of crossed the line between he's a little pop, he's a little trap, he's a little rock star, and he's got a little bit of everything. And so that's what kind of I think differentiated him between that 2014 and 2016. Right. Like, people were like, yo, hold on, this is different. Because if you listen to that music, that even now, like, that music doesn't sound like anything else.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of like he's gotten into this rut where it's everything that comes out is just like, and I'm like, bro, that sounds like that.
Just like
and that sounds like that. But before, when he was like singy and it was like halfway, like it was different. It was just really different, and the quotes were different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even like they talked about in the documentary. If you guys haven't watched that, please do so. That documentary is way better than the album is. It's called The Wizard documentary. Okay. It's great. I'm telling you. But anyway, they follow him. He was with his kids and his kid and all of that stuff. But anyway, he talked about it. He talked about like what it means for him to be a rock star. He feels like he's different. Right. You know what I'm saying? And granted, like I said, the music isn't there now. But that run was crazy, man. Nobody. I don't think we've seen. Crazy. Like, I don't think we've seen like that 2014 to 2016. Well, really 2013 to 2016. We haven't seen like a dominant run like that from anybody. I don't think. You know what I'm saying? Over that span of time. So salute the Future, man. Yeah. For real. So
speaking of documentaries, my bad.
Go ahead.
Anybody watch the Killer Mike?
I didn't. People
not yet.
You gotta
oh my God, bro!
drop the knowledge.
Yo, man, Killer Mike.
Bomb with cereal. Cereal bombs.
You stupid. Nah, Killer Mike got his dope documentary on Netflix. Just make sure you go and check it out.
Okay. I saw it. I just didn't like.
He's with the group Run the Jewels. You heard of Run the Jewels? Mm-hmm. All right, so he's with them. You know what I'm saying? Him and the white dude. But anyway. What he did, one of the things, just to explain a little bit, one of the things that he did was be totally black for like, I guess it was a week up until his performance or whatever. So when I say totally black, he couldn't use anything that was white made, manufactured, anything that, not even just white. Like, if it wasn't black, he couldn't use it.
Wow.
So, of course, that took out his car. That took out his cell phone. That took out him being able to eat. That took out him being able to sleep in his house. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So he had to find, like, black businesses and everything to try to be able to survive and everything. You know what I'm saying? So he found
So it's a documentary, like, follow him up to
that
point? Or
so,
like,
I mean, that's just one episode, though. So, like...
Oh, it's like a little series.
Yeah, yo, like I'm saying, like the joint is crazy, bro.
And what's it called again? Just type in Killer Mike.
Yeah, type in Killer Mike.
I'm gonna watch that tonight. That sounds crazy.
I know.
Sure. And how many episodes is it? Do you remember?
I think it's like 6.
Like 6. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. That joint hot.
I'm gonna check it out.
Check it out. That Killer Mike. Let me write that in my notes.
That's crazy though, man. That's wild.
But speaking of that, my bad.
You good? Go ahead.
On another note, buy black whenever you can.
Yeah.
For real. We got to keep these dollars in our community just a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean,
I know you feel like sometimes it ain't that important, but look.
I'm have to be the villain on that one. Look, 'cause buying black is difficult, man. That's sometimes because
now this is the thing. This is my thing.
Buying black, man.
This is my thing with buying black because I know where you're going. A lot of black people be bullshitting, right?
Yeah.
Don't have good quality products and overpriced,
Not
all of
all the
that.
time,
but look,
a lot though. It's a lot. It's
I
true.
got you. But there are some out there that are worth spending your money on.
I agree.
Make it a point to find the ones that's worth you spending your money on and spend it on them.
I agree with
Real
that.
talk. Like, you know what
I
I'm
agree with that, man. I just ain't trying to get gypped, man. I don't want nothing that's, you know what I'm saying?
I was even thinking of buying that Soulja Boy video game thing.
He wildin', bro.
Don't you
Soulja
do
Boy
that.
wildin'.
Don't you do that.
No, the reason why, though,
on,
ain't
man.
even for buying black, really. But it is a little bit, but... At the same time, I think he got some of the games that I want on.
Yeah. Soulja Boy genius, man. We can't knock that man. We didn't get a chance to talk about him last week, but just real quick, man, you can't knock that man's hustle. Man.
I ain't knocking it.
I'm just saying at all. I'm just saying at all. Like, in general, whoever hated on him, he is a pioneer, man. I know, you know what I'm saying? Like that word gets thrown around here and there for people, but it's true for him. It really is true.
It is.
That YouTube thing, man, the whole getting social media involved in order to, you know, give yourself a plateau when it comes to other rappers, he did that, man. And everybody saw it, that it worked, and followed suit. Because at that time, you felt like you had to go through the record deal. You had to go through. Independent was kind of was weird. You know what I'm saying at that time. But what he did was he made YouTube kind of like your record deal. So you can go through YouTube. They gonna pay me, and then I'm gonna get more popular because all these people are seeing me now. And nobody was doing that at the time, and now everybody does.
I don't believe him though when he be like, put this rapper on TV.
The thing about that though, you got to do your homework though. You got to do your homework. The thing about that though, because the thing I felt like that too. But the thing is though, as he was saying it, I'm YouTube. I'm a very like research person. When somebody says something, I'm not just gonna be like, all right, cool, you did it, awesome.
But when he sounds passionate about it,
and that's what I'm saying. And so I took to YouTube, I took to Google, and I'm like, okay. Then I see this old video you know what I'm saying, Rich the Kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, before Rich the Kid was Rich the Kid.
I'm
like, yo,
crazy.
he's telling the truth. Rich the Kid was in his basement. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of that stuff is documented on YouTube. It's documented, like, in articles and things like that. It's true.
The internet.
Oh, he did not say
He said he created the internet.
He ain't saying that. He was saying the wave. He was saying the wave. The wave. He was saying the hustle. No, he didn't. You know he didn't create no internet.
Say, yo, like, come on.
Nigga, I made the internet.
Yeah, I'm about to say
back in the 80s.
Bill Gates.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
What Gates?
I'm sorry.
You talking about the nigga that got had by Steve Jobs? Bill Gates?
Steve Jobs bodybuilding. Bill Gates? Oh, for real. Yo. Soulja Boy is comedy. He's definitely is comedy, but
yo, that's how I was like,
a hustler though. Really
I was clowning Soulja Boy, and then I started watching them interviews. I was like, yo, the dude is entertaining, bro.
Yeah, he is. He is, man. He is. Yeah. Even going back to that whole situation where I know, like he's talking about, it was a serious situation, but just the way he told the story about how he shot somebody. You know what I'm saying? I shot him. You know what I'm saying? I saw him. They was coming out the hallway. I saw it was my nigga. I said, oh, I took his mask off. It was my boy. Shot him again. I'm like, yo, like just the way, like even if it was, which it was true. He did have to kill somebody in self-defense. Yeah, it's true. That happened a long time ago. I was like, oh shit.
So how about
that was a long time ago?
Yeah.
So
did you see?
I didn't know he had those balls in him.
Did y'all see? Apparently, there was an interview with your boy talking to the 5 guys who supposedly got shot at by Soulja Boy.
Who? Sway?
Not Sway.
Vlad.
God,
was it Vlad?
Vlad. Oh yeah, Vlad. Yeah.
Vlad TV.
Yeah. So anyway,
you know Vlad's the feds, right?
The dude who got shot is the one who's supposedly talking and saying that he's not dead.
Yeah.
They had him handcuffed to the bed and everything.
Wow.
He ended up having to go to jail and all that.
Yeah, he didn't say he killed him. He said he just shot him 5 times. He didn't never say he killed him.
Okay, so yeah. He never said he killed him.
Cool.
But yeah.
Cool. But yeah, but the situation did happen, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was as dramatic as Soulja Boy made it, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? It did happen to an extent. So, speaking of somebody else who's always in social media, always in the news, Cardi B, back with something else, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can't keep Cardi down,
I had
man.
the craziest dream about her last night.
What?
I was like, she was in my dreams.
Explain.
And like, I was in this weird place. It was like this big old like place. And she was there and everything, and I got to talk to her. We sat down and we ate some food, and then she was like,
yeah, you know it was your dream. Y'all eating food. That's
yeah. And then, we did like a photo shoot, and it was like Fashion Nova's headquarters. And I was like, yo, this is the best dream of my life. I was so mad I woke up. But, what's going on with Cardi B? That was my baby.
Something. So, cool. Right? She is back, man, with the major corporation, PEPSI. You know what I'm saying? So they did it was Stephen Carell. Lil Jon was in there, and Cardi B. So that's dope, real dope. And it started off with Stephen Carell just talking to somebody, and they were like, you know what I'm saying, Pepsi, you know what I'm saying, do you want Coke or Pepsi? He asked for a Coke. The guy asked for a Coke. He was like, well, Pepsi's okay. He was like, Pepsi's okay. And you know how Cardi does a little, can you do that? Yeah.
Somewhat.
She got all the girls doing it, man. That's crazy.
Was that how y'all was talking to each other?
That's bird talk, man. She got
sounding like birds and chipmunks and shit.
For real. But that's just, you know what I'm saying, like another testament to her hustle, man. Like another person, like we just talked about future hustling. Right. Cardi is hustling. She's showing what it means to be a hustler especially for women in the 21st century, man.
With the kid.
She's going hard, man. She's going hard, and a rocky relationship at that, right? Like, you know
so what are they? It's complicated.
They together, do you know?
She says that, I think they're inching together. They probably still got their little things they got to work out, but I think she's slowly but surely inching back together. She still got love for the kid. He still got love for her. I think they're going to get back together and work it out. I mean, they did get married really fast. They did move really fast.
But here's the thing. Like,
AKD,
the problem is when you find someone cheating multiple times, like, you gotta realize her situation.
It's facts, though.
I mean, this is true.
It's facts, though.
But we also got sometimes to allow each other to grow and be
in
human.
Forgiveness, but you
only sometimes. But sometimes it might not work. You know what I'm saying?
F all that, bro. F all that.
But action speaks louder than words.
Y'all can take the sentimental route. I'm just being a villain today. Y'all can take the sentimental route on that. I ain't taking the sentimental route. They make more money when they together than when they apart. That's just what it is.
Like do for the publicity.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So their life is under a microscope, and to a certain extent, it is scripted. Let's just be real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we go certain places. It is. We go certain places that we know TMZ he gonna follow us. We go, you know what I'm saying? We do things. Are you gonna catch me on Rodeo Drive with bags? You know what I'm saying? Like they do certain things on purpose in order to be put into the media. Right. That's just realistic.
Oh,
so I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's true that they are gonna make more money together than they would apart. So I mean, why not? Especially, you know what I'm saying? Especially when Cardi's bigger than Offset.
This generation here.
She's bigger than Offset now.
Well, yeah.
This generation here is about.
She's not bigger than Amigos, but Offset, yeah.
Yeah, this generation is more about power moves and you know, saying what it looks like. More so than what it really is.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but Cardi B's authentic though. She ain't gonna come out with that BS.
As far as you know.
A lot of the things though, she didn't want to really share or put out.
She knows her. She knows her personally. She had sat down and had a conversation.
She was
with
in
me.
my dreams.
I forgot. I didn't
sign up for the celebrity lifestyle. So, it comes with it.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? So like. Yo, we be
it.
looking at them acting like, you know, just regular everyday people be doing this same bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, whenever you a celebrity and the cameras is on you and everything, you know what I'm saying? Let them work it out or not work it out. It is not our place to judge.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying?
Very true. Well, I'll tell you something that is our place to judge. When we got since we can't judge that, we can judge this. Look, we got Tory Lanez saying he the best rapper in the world right now, man. Taking to Twitter. Wildin'.
So, he's a rapper?
I actually like him.
Tory Lanez said he the best rapper in the world right now.
He can rap. He's definitely not the best rapper in the world.
You know Don Q?
Singer
talker.
Don Q and him are in a little beef. Don Q dropped a diss record. You know what I'm saying? Take time to listen to it when y'all can. It's trash. I mean, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's not really good. It's not really good.
Tory
Lanez.
Don Q.
The nigga that be on A-Boogie's coattails? Right, nah. Don't come for me, Don. Chill. I'm playing. But so Tory Lanez took to Instagram after that and was like, nigga, that's all you got? That's it? You know what I'm saying? And then after that proceeded to tell him the SSD. So that's getting real. He said, suck my, you know what I'm saying? After that. You don't tell no man to do that. That's disrespectful, man. That's fighting words.
Gay.
So
Tory Lanez definitely not the best rapper in the world.
What's up with that, man?
But so I don't even feel
rappers
the
talk about
need
that, man.
to comment on him saying he's the best rapper in the
got
world.
to, though, man.
He's not a rapper.
That's just
He's
like
a
Jacquees.
singer talker.
He's like
A singer talker.
A singer talker.
He can rap, though, man. I'm not going to do him like that.
That's like Jacquees saying that he's the best R&B singer.
Like what? What's up with all this?
Let's look at the longevity between Chris Brown and Jacquees.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Chris
That's
Brown
a hard
won
pick,
that.
though.
Hey,
He
yo,
won
when you
that.
talk about longevity,
Jacquees.
Jacquees could probably say E longer than.
Hey, y'all remember Sammy? Y'all remember Sammy back in the day?
Yeah.
That was that guy. That was that kid. I shot him out. But anyway, Tory Lanez is not no rapper, yo. He is not even a rapper. That's what's so disappointing to me.
Hold on, wait.
Whole
Why we remembering Sammy? Sammy?
Sammy? You talking about Sammy?
What are you saying? Like Jacquees? Jacquees remind you of him or something? Or what?
No.
You talking about Bow Wow?
Because I feel like Sammy.
That Sammy just caught me off guard.
Sammy is more of an R&B legend to me.
No, R&B legend? You gonna put legend after Sammy?
Because.
Hey, she's entitled to her.
Hey,
Can I
get to the camera, please?
That don't mean I can't shit all over her opinion.
You can submit your NuMainstream host application online. We're looking for a brand new host.
No,
a female.
Sammy.
Female.
Sammy, please call Cora.
Preferably attractive and doesn't think that Sammy is the best rapper. She's tripping.
XXXX.
Hey, yo.
She's tripping.
Sammy is that guy, yo. Sammy's that he had the sex appeal at a young age.
You follow Sammy?
No.
I said Lloyd can find a Sammy.
I ain't heard Sammy name.
Lloyd you might have got away with Lloyd.
That's crazy.
You might have got away with Bobby V. Got there. Sammy,
Nah, but Bobby V.
We getting a little closer though. We getting a little
Bobby.
closer with Bobby. That's better. That's better than Sammy.
Bobby
Sammy, you're wild. Right.
He was cute, you know. He pulled out the little young girls, and he had the sex appeal, and he had the good little voice.
Hold on.
People still remember him. He's still in
Facts.
I forgot.
Facts.
See? That's why he's not a legend.
All right. Nobody should ever have to ask
broken.
who somebody is if
Missy
they're a legend.
Elliott Missy Elliott is a legend. And people don't know who she is.
Nobody doesn't know who Missy
Elliott is. People know who Missy Elliott
This generation don't know because when she came out with
little kids still be dancing to her in the Fat Man Scoop song.
At dance competitions and stuff. My little sister just danced to them at maybe like a
She came out on the BET Awards and she was like, y'all didn't hear the story? She was like sad and distraught because a lot of people didn't know who she was.
That's because she keep gaining and losing weight.
Yeah. No, but she's a legend.
not from dance.
But she a legend.
That's from
maybe face.
That's yeah.
Nah, she a legend.
Maybe facial recognition. Like when you get on your iPhone, it's I don't know who you are. Hold on, let me lose some weight.
But you know her songs.
I was looking at one of her
maybe
videos.
You know her songs. Don't cover that up.
We're gonna move forward. J. Cole came out recently with a track a few days ago called Middle Child, stirring up some, stirring up some little bit of controversy. Yeah. First of all, did y'all hear the song? Didn't y'all hear? I heard the song. I know.
I did not
Surreal
get a
heard the
chance
song.
to hear it.
Okay. Tell me how did you feel about it?
The song is dope. I like the horns. He's rapping real dope in there. Apparently, though, he said some stuff about Drake. And Kanye West.
I'm gonna read the bar.
And Kanye West beefing.
Drake is my baby.
The thing is about that song is my first impressions of it.
No, he said he was talking junk about Kanye though, right?
Yeah, he was talking about Kanye and no, he wasn't talking about Drake. He was just talking about their beef, but he was going more towards about Kanye being petty and like I'll read it in a second. But my first impression of the song, I don't know. I felt like the bars could have been used kind of for something else. That beat, man, you didn't hear it in the car. Okay, that's the thing. Or on some speakers, like some home surround sound speakers, like that beat is crazy. Like you could be going downtown to the club, like with that in the background. But the lyrics,
on the way home again.
But the lyrics, I'm like, I don't want to hear that when I'm going to the club. But I want to hear the beat though. But I don't want to hear what he's talking about. Like the content of it is like, say that for something else.
I don't know.
I wasn't getting the vibe. It was okay. It was cool. It was cool. And I love J. Cole.
So I guess
it was cool.
The reason why it's called, my bad, the reason why it's called Middle Child is because he's in the middle of this beef, I guess.
So he said, this watch came from Drizzy. He gave me a gift. Back when the rap game was praying I'd diss. They act like two legends cannot coexist, but never beef with a nigga for nothing. But I'd never beef with a nigga for nothing. If I smoke a rapper, it's gonna be legit. He said, it won't be for clout, it won't be for fame. It won't be because my shit ain't selling the same. It won't be because you sell the latest little sneakers. It will be because a nigga slid in my lane. And then so basically the little sneakers part was about obviously the only person who sells sneakers in the game for real, Kanye.
Right.
Everybody knows that, and then he's saying that Kanye's music ain't selling the same like he used to.
But is he saying anything that ain't true?
And that's what I was saying. People could be in their feelings, man. Like that's what I was saying. Like
gotta be real.
They felt like
Drake and J. Cole was on the same issue
right.
with XXL as the freshmen or whatever coming in. And they pretty much came up together. I'm sure they had some type of conversation, whatever. Drake probably really gave him a chain, whatever.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
and Pusha T quickly took to Twitter to respond, and he said, you tried and you failed. I'm hearing you want to try again. This time, I'm not going to play with you, any of you. So people trying to figure out, is he talking to Drake? Is he talking? We know he's talking to that camp.
Because whenever I read that tweet, I didn't even know what it was about.
But now that you got the context from that, you know what I'm saying? What's up? Pusha T,
I mean, I ain't mad at it. I would like to see them all go at it. Now, whenever good rappers beef, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
No, whenever it's good rappers. I don't be liking to hear these little mumble rappers beef, and it'd be like,
that's
man,
stupid. That's about Pusha T, though, man. I don't know if he can handle J. Cole, man. We haven't seen J. Cole really beef with anybody, though. That's my issue with that, though.
But the thing is with J. Cole, I think he should just stay out of these rap beef. Because it's kind of like Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
You know, it's like they have their own level.
Yeah. Like you don't even have to.
Like
he's already on the pedestal.
So just him doing that, it's just,
That's the thing, though. Is that? But is J. Cole's pedestal as high as Kendrick Lamar's, though? Because to this day, he still don't get.
Like I said,
I think
it's like everybody in. It's like an elephant in the room. Everybody knows he can rap. Everybody knows he got bars. Everybody knows he's one of the greatest we've ever seen.
Right.
But then it's like we don't give him the respect he deserves, and we talk about everybody else before him all the time. And it's like, bro, like that's an old story.
But I think
man.
his following is loyal.
Of course, they love J. Cole. But outside of that following, though, like outside of the people
because for me, being loyal to
Kendrick
J. Cole.
and J. Cole is spoken on the same level. They like when you say Kendrick, you say J. Cole right after.
Right. True.
Of course, though. But then, and then after that, you say Drake, and then you say Drake right then too. These are the three figureheads. You got people who follow loyally each one. You got the Cole fans who are just like, yo, J. Cole the best thing ever, and they probably think higher of him than everybody else. Then you got Kendrick fans people who are outside of Kendrick might think, man, this man just rap fast.
So this was my thing with J. Cole in the beginning of his career. I thought he was super crazy dope, but I felt like he didn't have the it factor, right? Okay. So then he finally, that developed after a while, after he started proving himself with some of the big records, you know what I'm saying? And then that's whenever he had a cult following, you know what I'm saying? People was like, yo, J. Cole is that dude. I'd be like, yo, I already was on him, you know what I'm saying? But then after that, he let me down with KOD.
Yeah, KOD was alright.
It wasn't.
He let me down with KOD.
KOD was good. It was good. It wasn't.
I don't know.
Great.
It was like
2014. It was like Drive. 2014 was crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
That's what
2014 was a classic.
That was what I was wanting from. I want him to keep going that direction. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then with KOD, he
so
tried
what
to.
Were you disappointed
It's more
about
like
KOD?
because I felt like with KOD. I felt like with KOD.
Look, AKD about to fire you up.
Listen, lyrically, and concept wise, it was there. I felt exactly what he was saying, what he was trying to do with the album. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it. But I also felt like he compromised on the integrity of what we expect from him. You feel me?
Think he sold out?
No, I ain't saying he sold out.
Good point.
I'm not saying he sold out. But he's saying. But what he did do was he trapped up a whole lot more on KOD, and he tried to have repetitive bars.
They say repetition is the main thing that you have to create a good song to them. So maybe that's what J. Cole is trying to do, since he's trying to reach out to the youth. Maybe he's in his head trying to figure out where he can build that respect.
But the thing is, if you are J. Cole, you don't have to do that, though, because at that point, you are such a great, you are already stapled into the Hip-Hop Hall of Fame that, bro, like, we don't need that from you. The thing is, and certain songs was, I don't need that type of rap scheme that and he was rapping like that. And I was like, bro, like.
And that was my point.
Look at it like this, like the way this generation is set up. You know, it's kind of like you got to go with what the generation is coming with.
Not necessarily,
and, you know,
bro.
I hear what you're saying.
I feel what he's saying, too.
Let's hear him out.
But at the same time, like, people think because what you're riding with the wave, it's kind of like you're selling out. You know, it's just what's making money. You know, and that's just what it is.
I mean, but I understand that, and I understand that.
Exactly what selling out means.
That's what he said.
No, exactly what it means.
But I get that from a hit perspective. When we're talking about hits and when we're talking about just trying to be on Hot 100, I get that. That's I mean, of course, that's always going to be what hip hop is. Trying to, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to something like that. When we're talking about making albums, when we're talking about making full bodies of work, Drake doesn't do that. Drake has his hits that he drops, his singles, that's Hotline Bling, little stupid songs that are going to go viral, that are going to be top charted. But then he brings you an album, which is a body of work that doesn't sound like anything else. You know what I'm saying? When you listen to that, you know that's Drake. But when you listen to Cole, some previous stuff, you know that's Cole. When you listen to Kendrick gonna give you stuff that don't nobody else do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where, when you're a great, you got to stay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's what I was saying as far as with Cole. You know what I'm saying? If he would have gave us like one or two songs like that,
exactly,
it would have been perfectly fine.
Most of the album was
I would have
like
understood it as far as like the album's body of work. Now, with that being said, I understand exactly what he's trying to do.
Just going
like, that's what I'm saying. Concept-wise, I get it. I get it concept-wise. Like, he tried to put the positive message on top of the bullshit that they like. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's just that for me, I wasn't wanting that.
However, I do feel like the song, the outro, Window Pane, the song, that was one of the best songs he ever made, though. That song was where the little boy was talking about his brother that got killed or whatever. He was that was one of the best songs he ever made. That song was fire. So, but he sprinkled in, and that was the Cole I wanted to hear.
Is that the same one, or is it a different way? He's speaking about, like, he's talking to the younger artists.
No. That's the song right after that. See, he has a song called Outro, but then the one after that is like it sounds like he's dissing him a little bit.
That one was dope.
That was dope too.
That was dope.
Those two type of songs were the songs I wanted to hear.
Yeah,
from
I get the concept. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? But
like you said, sprinkle in one or two. But I don't want to hear a whole album that sounds that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that was the difference. So, but yeah, that's that. So, Chris Brown. We mentioned Chris Brown earlier, but Chris Brown was. got away from all of those charges. He got those charges dropped as far as, y'all probably heard the rape situation. When he was in Paris, he got arrested in Paris over some BS that a girl said happened, and then she came out later and said, hey, this never happened. I must have got him confused. It was somebody else.
Girl.
My friend said it. I didn't say it. It was just story after story.
She started seeing how serious.
But long story short, right? But long story short, Chris Brown ain't do nothing. Like I said the whole time. Now, you know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about that? Y'all think he paid her off? What y'all think, man?
That's what I was about to get. I was thinking that too. I'm like, hey, see, it's kind of fucked up though, because it's like, yo, bitches be lying. Yeah. But then it's also like, yo, that nigga rich too though, so like he could have damn paid her off.
But the crazy thing behind it was that since he had his own, what is it, like his record deal or something like that?
Right.
It's kind of similar to like Bill Cosby and stuff like that. The moment a black man or any person that's black does something so spectacular and grandiose, who's going to tear it down?
Man,
at the time when it's shining, at the time when they shine, they ain't gonna tear it down. Right. They go out, it's like,
to own your master. That's what Jay-Z preaches about and tells these younger. Jay-Z tells these younger rappers to make sure you got your masters and to make sure you. What that means is that you own all the rights to your music.
What do you think the master stand for in Master P?
Come on, man.
I don't think the whole thing
like
is
that's
true
the difference between real money and prop money is masters.
When females really go through something like that, I feel like they're not really open to speaking about it. They're not really just gonna blurt it out to the world that, hey, I got raped. Like that's not something they gonna do. And like honestly, I don't think he paid her off or anything like that. I think she just probably seen how serious it was probably getting. You know, she gonna get wrapped up into the whole thing too, and maybe the cops find out she lying. Then she get in worse trouble too. Man. So I don't think that is really anything.
It might be a Tupac-ish situation going on, where some people that he's associated with or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to see, man, later on a Bill Cosby situation come back like 20 years later. This same girl come back and was like, all right, so he paid me off to shut my mouth.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And now he really did rape me in Paris. Like, oh, come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like
they be trying to get the clout. They just want this money, the clout.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, kudos to him for having that off his back, and congrats on him with that master situation, man. Moving forward, that's big for him. So now, like, he just got a brand new record deal as well. Okay. He was independent for us for a split second after he got off his old record deal, but now he's, you know what I'm saying, all that money is him. That's all him now. So that's you about to see that his net worth is going up.
Oh, one more thing. Chris Brown is very honest too, because he will admit if like he done something. Like for example, when he beat Rihanna's ass, he was like, yeah, I beat her ass. I did it. I didn't mean to. I apologize, but I did it.
And that's the thing, man. Twitter is such a fake place, man, because, like, everybody on Twitter was bringing that up. So when that happened, they were like, oh, y'all don't know Chris Brown's history? He probably did. He's a violent man, and he takes what he wants. And he's, blah, blah, you know what I'm saying? And then when it came out to be fake, everybody was like, I knew he ain't do it. Chris Brown, blah, blah. Like, I literally had one of my homeboys, Reef, on Twitter, and he's a little bit of a troll. Like, he does stuff for, like, he goes viral a lot on Twitter because he says just whatever, and whatever's hot at the moment, And he said he had a picture that had like 100 retweets of Rihanna getting hit, like her the TMZ photos, of like her beat face. He was like, and you guys, he's a beater, woman beater, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, so whatever. So when it came out that it was fake, he was like, man, I believed in Chris Brown the whole time, and I'm proud of this man moving forward. So and then got like 300 retweets. And I'm like, bro. And I quoted it and I said, bro, come on, bro. So you ain't tweet though? I don't know what you're talking about. So I went to try to find it. The man deleted it. So I'm like, bro, this man right here, like people like that exist, bro.
You gotta shout that.
My homeboy Reef, man. Reef getting paper on Twitter, bro. He is a troll, bro. I'm telling you, a super troll. But anyway, stuff like that is just crazy to me. I've always like, you know what I'm saying? People just want to see a story. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. Yeah. So for sure. So we are almost done, guys. But before we get out of here, a couple of things. Y'all know who Blueface is, man?
Man, bust down, Tatiana.
Hey,
I want to see you bust down.
On the game. Pick it up and slow that down. Like, come on. So, if you do not know who Blueface is, he is a rapper out of Compton, California, and one of the most popular rappers right now in the game, young rappers coming out in the game. he's like 4 for 4 when it comes to hits right now, man. All his stuff, he got viral via YouTube, like we talked about with Soulja Boy, opening the door for these people. But he's going crazy. All his videos have at least like 13 million views, and they came out within the last like 6 months or so. So he is really doing his thing. Check him out if you haven't, you know what I'm saying, listen to him. Did you get a chance to?
No.
Yeah, I know you did.
Heard of Blueface?
You heard of him though. You've heard of him though.
Yeah. You'll be disappointed. You'll be disappointed.
Hold on, now I've heard a few, and I liked a few.
Yeah. So you did.
Yeah.
You like that?
Because he like the old man on the show. We gotta reel him in sometimes.
I was like,
we gotta bring the old man up to speed.
You
he be hating on everything,
I
man.
can get down with the get down.
the old soul.
The old player.
People, hey, man, y'all better watch out somebody. He got,
get down with the get down.
he got people out here thinking they Crips and stuff now, man. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, respect my Crip and Crip walking in the street. Blueface doing his thing, man. So you definitely will be hearing about him. I think it's going to be a big 2019 for him. He got co-signs from Drake. YG just did a remix with him, and that's already went viral. That already got like 6 million or 7 views. That came out yesterday. It's got like
so
7
what they
million
do, like a
views.
Blood Crip type joint?
But it was the remix to the song we were just singing, the Tatiana song, and YG got on it, you know what I'm saying, did his thing. He actually went crazy on it. He did pretty good. And so that's going crazy. But we're going to get into some of these Billboard songs real quick before we get out of here.
We got Anton. AKD.
Oh, yeah, no, we going to get to AKD.
Calm down.
I'm just finishing my part. I'm just doing my part as, you know what I'm saying?
My bad.
Hey.
We good.
Hey, it's all love, okay? All
AKD, get her.
All's in, all vibes.
Once again, you can put your NuMainstream applications in, ladies. She'll be on punishment for the next month. So we're looking for an intern to
But
do,
y'all
to do
ain't
this
better
for a
than
little
me
bit.
though, so
Nah, but
ouch, my heart.
nah, for real. But so number one for this is the Hot 100 top 5 for Hot 100 is Without Me once again by Halsey. That's a really good song actually, by the way. Sunflower by Post Malone and Sway Lee. Sicko Mode is number 3 with Travis Scott. High Hopes by Panic and At the Disco, and then Thank You Next has dropped down to 5 by Ariana Grande, which is also a dope song a lot of people like.
Yeah.
Moving forward to rap albums, Future actually this is as of tomorrow, Future will be number 1. He debuted as number 1 because it hasn't been out a week, but as of right now, it is A Boogie hoodie season, which will go down to 2. Tomorrow, right. Spider-Man, the actual the soundtrack for it is at number 2. I Am I Was by 21 Savage has dropped down to. You like that? You like I Am I Was?
Padlock. Letters to My Mama, Alive.
Yeah, it's a pretty good album.
He got some deep stuff.
That album's pretty straight, bro. I was thoroughly surprised.
To 21 Savage.
Me too, really.
That album's straight. That album's straight. Beer Bongs and Bentleys by Post Malone is at number 4, and then Championships by Meek Mill has dropped down to 5. So yeah, that's right. It. So let's get on our guest, AKD. What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed. That's all I can say.
Who is AKD, man?
All right.
Who is that?
AKD is like the whole different alter ego of Anton.
Okay.
Anton is more, fun loving, bubbly. AKD, he's just a whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? He's just cool, laid back. It's just more to him than what you see.
What does AKD stand for?
That's just my full name.
Okay, just your initials? Cool.
Yeah, just my whole initials. So, I just felt like people have their own pet name, so why not I just be your original?
AKD is smooth, though. I like the way that.
That's smooth. Appreciate it. So, it's just something, it's like a journey to, just who I am, and AKD is like the person in that future aspect. So it's kind of like
so I see
that future. So
I see you write and everything. So I see you got some books published and everything.
That's tough, man.
So you have 3 different books that you've already written.
It's 4, but the 4th one, it's still getting remaked and stuff like that. But the first one was AKD Freestyle Poetry, and that was like a collection of my poems, like from high school and everything.
Okay.
So I was just like, hey. I was gonna be 21 like around that time, so I'm like
put it in a book.
So I'm gonna ask you what I asked you.
Y'all haven't read it. If y'all haven't read it, I mean, y'all gotta.
It's some deep stuff. Like,
all right, Corey, you tell me what you got out of it.
What's the vibe?
Oh my God, it's so much different. It's not even one vibe or one genre. It's just a collection of. It's almost like he's speaking to you.
Okay.
And it's like. From what I got, it's like I can see a lot of my personal experience in it. I can see a lot of happiness. There's a lot of it's just a whole bunch of different emotions, and it's like, wow, like you understand that, like you can see that, or like it's just like it's different.
And so as far as art goes, like we know that it's like an emotional, like art in general, whether you paint, whether you rap, whether you write, you know what I'm saying? It is something that is very emotionally connected, right? So like what emotions do you think drive you to create the art that you've created so far?
I felt like, you know, growing up, I didn't have that validation of expressing myself emotionally. So, you know, my mom was the first to like pick it out. Ever since I was young, it's like when I got into my high mode of, you know, vibration, you know, it was just like, how do you write like this? You know, it's kind of like you write like an old person. So it just, with experience and relationships and like that, it was just a part of me that I felt like I had to, you know, just put myself.
So all of them are poetry, or
all of them are poems.
Okay, cool.
Well, you know how we do for rappers, man. So we do the same thing for poetry. All right. We're gonna have to get some.
Hold up, real quick, before we do that, because you know you paint as well, right?
Yeah, let's get
so
that first.
I was wondering, like, if you could explain one of these pieces. I would have you explain all of them, but you brought a whole lot of art over here. So, like, which one of these you think?
So the largest one right there at the bottom right next to you, like that's just my everyday moves, you know. Like I don't, you know, I believe in astrology, so you know I do my birth chart. My mood is in Gemini, so that's just how I feel every day. It's like my mood is just, it's all over the place.
What do you use to paint, man?
I just use acrylic. You know, like I said, it's something new for me. It's a new medium, so you know I'm just making errors and just, you know, just.
I feel it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
And that's the thing, man. Some of the best art was made from like.
From messy arts and stuff.
And they're like, hold on, that looks great. I'm actually gonna leave it how that works. Like you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of art, you know what I'm saying, that's on people's wall to get sold for millions of dollars, like was accidents. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's dope.
Okay, my bad. I'm gonna ask you to explain the one right there with the red, with the dude.
What is that right there? Yeah.
Well, okay, so I had like an ideal, and it was kind of like the mirror is like a reflection of like who you are and the person who you don't show, you know, to other people.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So it was kind of like your inner world, and the red just represented like that anger that I was feeling.
So is he reaching into the mirror? Is that what that is?
It's kind of like it's two people at one.
Okay.
And it's kind of like that person that's touching the mirror is kind of like accepting himself. So it was kind of like me accepting those parts of myself that I kept repressed.
All right, that's
that you thought you didn't like about yourself.
You know,
and like, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's pretty deep, man.
That's dope,
so,
bro.
hey, yo, all right, cool.
Yeah.
Go for it. We're going to hear one of these
you're on the
poems.
spot. Freestyle. Let's get to it.
So I got a poem, it's called Shadow. So it's called, I painted my canvas in dim lights. The candles flickers as my shadow elevates. My mind levitating in empty spaces I created. Seeing through the pain in my painting. Staring at me in hesitation. As if the darkness that corners my imagination could withstand the fear that I'm feeling. As if the canvas I'm looking through was either you or myself.
Oh, man. Snap. That's tough. We get another one.
That's dope, man. I know, right?
I like that. I love poetry. I really
Me too,
I love poetry, bro.
Let me get
I'm gonna need a few of those before we get out of here.
All right. So this one is called Your Flaws.
Okay.
All right. As mad as I wanted to be, I couldn't help but overlook all the pain you've caused me. Putting me in this position, I managed to love your flaws and all, but that was my downfall. The burdens you laid on me, I couldn't help that someone like you would use me, confuse me, then abuse me. In ways we were connected emotionally, scars and all, loving your flaws and all. Again, that was my downfall. Yeah, you found an opportunity to end this. Yeah, I salute you to your recklessness. To be straight up bold in my brokenness. Yeah, you got a kick and see me defeated, but I forgot. That's you were talking. I don't know if I could forgive you. Don't know if I could ever trust you. But through it all, with your flaws and all, somehow, I still love you. Wow. And that was like a relationship I was going through.
I feel it. I trust me. I get it.
Absolutely.
Man.
You just got to pour it out. You just got to, you know, words can't be expressed. You just got to express through the art. So.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. Salute, bro.
We appreciate you coming through, man. We appreciate you coming through.
Absolutely.
So where can people find you? Where can people, you know what I'm saying, connect with you?
Like I said, I just got IG.
Yeah.
It's whiteowl_AKD.
Okay. Where they get the books at?
They just get it. I got it on Big Cartel.
Okay.
AntonKD.BigCartel.com.
Okay.
You know, it's just books. I'm just trying to, put the paintings in the Big Cartel.
All right, yeah, make sure you send me a link so that
I
can get some, but then so I can also put the link.
Absolutely.
For sure. And do you put your art? Do you put pictures of your art and stuff?
Yeah, I put it all on
Instagram.
IG, everything.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Everything's exposed.
Before we jump out of here, right? There's this little piece of art right here that I'm looking at. It looks like the guy is inhaling the smoke, and the other guy beside him is exhaling it.
Exhaling it?
Yeah.
What's that about?
I had like a little jazz vibe. I was kind of in my feelings, and
so you listen to jazz?
I like slow music.
That's what's up, man. I listen to jazz.
I like the jazz part, and it just the vibe and the music just got to me, and I just.
That's what's up,
whatever
man.
was in my mental, I just brought it out.
That's tough. That's tough, man. That's tough.
That's awesome.
Do you listen to Snarky Puppy is the real question, though. You know who that is?
Nah, I don't.
Look them up, bro.
All right,
Look up Snarky Puppy.
Snarky puppies.
Snarky Puppy.
Puppy.
Just Puppy. Snarky Puppy.
Snarky Puppy.
Y'all gotta be like, yo,
Check that out.
it's a dope band. But anyway.
For sure. All right, y'all. Well, this has been NuMainstream. Let's get out of here. Let's get everybody's social media around the table one more time before we get out of here.
All right. My name is Cookie_Crumb_. You can find me on Instagram, not Snapchat, on Tumblr, Twitter, all the social media sites besides Snapchat.
She's like, fuck Snapchat. Anyway, the Phantom 336 on all platforms. That's DAFANTOM 336. So go ahead and holler at me there.
AKD, one more time.
Like I said, WhiteOwl_AKD.
For sure.
IG.
And as always, man, I am the radio guy. That's RADIOGUY with the underscore at the end on all social media. Talk to me. We're about to get out of here. First and foremost, make sure y'all download the app as well as follow us on iTunes and on Spotify. There's no excuse why y'all shouldn't be listening to us, man. We are everywhere, you know what I'm saying, bringing good content. So make sure you connect with us. We'd love to have you. Once again, this has been NuMainstream. And for everybody here, we thank y'all for listening, man.
Thank y'all. We out.